In the world of sales and in business, how do you learn how to say the difficult things that a buyer or client needs to hear? That is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Dallas, Texas on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about difficult clients. And one of the things that's going to separate you becoming a closer or being a closer is your ability to deal with a difficult situation. Now, I'm going to let you know, most salespeople will run from a problem and they'll try to turn it over to somebody else. And this is your opportunity to make income above and beyond other people because you're willing to step in and have those conversations. So here's what I've seen is the best sales skills or the best sales strategies for you to be able to walk away from a client saying everything you needed to say and have that conversation dealt with the right way. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sit down and think. And you're going to have to sit and think of a couple of situations that you've been in where you haven't been able to satisfy the needs of your clients. Or the best thing that you could do at this point is grab a couple of people and crowdsource this information. You could probably come up with 5 or 6 of them, but with a couple of people, you can come up with probably 10 or 15. And it really does help you out. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that takes work, energy, and effort that most salespeople aren't willing to do. You grab a piece of paper and a pen or a computer and you type out what your response could be, okay? That's the beginning. That's not the whole thing. The next step for you is what you're going to do is you're going to internalize these answers for a few days, a couple of hours, and then come back and rewrite them. And then you're going to look and you're going to see like, oh, well, you know what? I've changed my answer somewhat now that I've thought about it. Okay, then you're going to set it to the side and you're going to come back a week later and take a look at it. You're just going to leave it alone, come back a week later and take a look at it and you're going to be like, oh, you know what? I kind of like this, but I'm going to modify it again. And what's going to happen is it's going to give you somewhat of an arsenal. Now, I'm not a huge fan of scripts in the way that most people are. I'm more of a fan on bullet points. But when you have internalized most of the situations that you're going to go through and the problems that you face, one of the cool things is you have the ability to come up with an answer and come up with a solution faster than other people. Well, most other people are sitting around like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. They're stumped. And so they lose that confidence from the buyer. And the buyer is looking for like, look, I'm looking for you to be a leader. I'm looking to know that if something goes wrong, that you're going to take the reins and everything's going to be okay. But right now, you're not demonstrating that for me. I've got a problem with this. This is what the buyer's thinking. But when you have the ability to have the conversation where a buyer throws something at you and it's a struggle, it's a problem, and you can show that you've been there before and it's really not that big of a deal in the essence that you can answer or tackle that question in a way that's satisfactory, it really does help you out become a closer. It really does help you fix the problems that you face. So here's the thing. You're going to have to sit down. You're going to have to take some effort. I mean, like, great, you watched the video. Yay, you. Good, cool. But now here's where the work comes in. Sit down, figure out the 5 or 10 situations that have been the weirdest that you didn't have the ability to overcome. And, it may take that you sit down with a mentor or a sales coach or, somebody that you work with, a peer, and say, hey, what would you do in this given situation? This was really weird. What would you do? And then you say, all right, well, let's see if we can work on that answer together. And then you exchange information and take a look at it, like, oh, okay, well, that's how that works. And then come back to it a week later and say, like, how would I modify it now that I've thought about it? So there you go. That's how you learn how to deal with difficult clients. Everybody always says you got to get good with difficult clients. You got to get fantastic with them, but nobody ever teaches you the secret sauce or the ability for you to do that. So there you go. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last off, you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.